Radiant team ban. Dara team ban. Team ban. Red team ban.
Guys, welcome to the finals of the WESG Denmark qualifiers. It's going to be between Team DK, which is just Team Denmark, and Danish Dynamite. So you got a lot of premium players. Just look at them. I guess BBK, you may not know, that's Baby Knight. It's shorthand of his name. WESG is a little bit less well known as some of the other people as well, but man, we got an all-star lineup here. I did not actually watch the Ukraine one of the WESG qualifiers. I assume that's the only other region that was quite this stacked, but this is going to be a very, very stacked finals. Well, we'll see who's going to take this best of 3. They did have originally 2 spots for Denmark, which both these two teams I think could have had a pretty good running at the main event, but they cut it down to just 1, so here's for all the marbles. Danish Dynamite just got done cleaning up 2-0, as did DK, caught the tail end of Danish Dynamite's last game. They were running with actually both of these bands, Puck and the Enchantress, and they also had a Drow Ranger, so let's see what's going to happen in this game. I'm Mike Lawrence, going to be your caster for this last best of 3 on the day. Batrider is going to be first picked here, as DK are instantly going to respond with a silencer, and if you guys were watching the earlier series with me, then you'll know how great this is. The fact that silencer is picked up as a response to Batrider isn't too out of the ordinary, but they just got done putting the silencer in the mid lane, and now a Legion Commander pickup. Yeah, but they just had a silencer mid lane. You could obviously run silencer support. That's definitely feasible as well. But yeah, they had that flexibility. Legion Commander as the, maybe not hard counter to a Batrider, but as a good counter to a Batrider means that DK are pretty well equipped to deal with a Bat. Danish Dynamite, though, are going to say, okay, we can't get our Enchantress, that's fine, we'll just pick up a Chen. And Chen Batrider, that is a pretty frequently seen opening. You get so much early game power from these two heroes, and heroes like Legion Commander can maybe punish a Chen somewhat, but not really. This opening from DK is pretty much just tailor-made to answer this Batrider, at least as best they can, make sure the Batrider has a slower game. Danish Dynamite just got done beating their opposition with a Drow Ranger lineup. And DK were done with their game before Danish Dynamite were, so they definitely saw that Drow. They have to keep it in the back of their minds. Hell, whenever you're going up against Baby Knight, you have to worry about Drow Ranger and Broodmother. Like, those are things that normally don't cross people's minds, at least not to a huge degree up against that player in particular. Baby is just that type of guy. Notice N0tail also drafting here for the Danish side. Necrophos is going to be banned out here. Dynamite do definitely need that killing power, that finishing power. Batrider, again, both really good heroes at getting heroes low. We'll see what heroes they want to take to actually kill at the end of it. Again, I like Anti-Mage, Necrophos, and Bloodseeker. Probably the best heroes at doing that job. But, you know, you get it done with any number of heroes. See how aggressive Danish Dynamite also want to be with this Chen. We've seen teams run Chen as aggressively as possible, pushing down all the towers, to as slowly as possible, having pretty much zero influence on the lanes, just jungling, just gonna get that Midas up, and Chens have been like on top of the net worth charts recently. And I say that quite literally. There was a game that happened, but also like been on the upper half of net worth charts. Chen is just that type of scaling hero right now, which, again, with Visage, I think, the most insane thing to think about. Chen would never have that much net worth way back in the day. But he scales up pretty well nowadays. Clinks will be taken
10
out.
seconds
DK
remaining.
gonna try to protect themselves from super aggressive loss of
5
towers, as
seconds
Nyx
remaining.
Assassin is well gonna get the boot. Earth Spirit is still in the pool. Earth Spirit's has some difficulty up against Chen. He's not terrible. I wouldn't put it past DK to pick that one up. Looking at the 4 positions still left in the pool, they could go for a Spirit Breaker. I don't mind that too much. I think it's actually pretty powerful with the Silencer. Should be the 4 position, though, to be picked up here, I would imagine. You see Danish Dynamite, someone was watching the DK games
Radiant
earlier.
team pick.
These are all heroes that they just played with earlier. Ooh, it's not going to be a Spirit Breaker. It's going to be a Sand King. A little bit more of a consideration for this Chen. As great as Spirit Breaker is, he doesn't have that much in the way of AoE. Sand King definitely does.
Dire team
Makes
pick.
Chen's life a little more difficult. Of course, with that Epicenter magic damage being spread and not all that focus makes Hand of God a pretty easy cast afterwards, as long as the Chen himself is not disabled. Danish Dynamite are looking like they want to gear up for a very aggressive start to this game. And obviously with a Chen, they have that luxury. Now with the Monkey King,
10
yes, they
seconds
can go
remaining.
into a later stage. For the most part, they want to just
5 seconds
abuse the
remaining.
early game power of this Monkey King, the early game power of the Bat Rider, and try to snowball in for at least a little bit of map control. The Bat Rider, it's pretty easy to punish that as well. You do have to worry about Bat Rider burning down Monkey King's trees, but it's not going to happen all too much in this game. MK is a hero that is going to have some issues up against the disables from DK. It's not that DK have an overwhelming amount of magic damage per se, but their damage is still pretty high as far as their heroes are concerned in their respective roles. Legion in off lane can do a lot of damage, as can Sand King in the 4 position, even Silencer 5 position. Maybe not all the time, but can do quite a bit of pure damage, not to mention the magic damage that he puts out as well. So Monkey King will maybe struggle a little bit in this game, and also just to cast his ultimate. Takes a really long time to get those monkeys out, and with the Burrow Strike, Silencer, and a duel to worry about, it's going to be really tough for that to happen. If he does get it out, and that is going to hurt a lot. PA the pickup here for DK. Love me some PA. No questions asked. This hero is one of my favorites.
Dire team
But
back.
I'm not really sure if this is the game for PA. Danish Dynamite now going to get an Alchemist. N0tail taking some OG notes here in this game. But DK, yeah, picking up the Phantom Assassin is fine here, I guess. Like, lane control-wise, she's always going to be okay. But really,
10
you want to
seconds
have,
remaining.
up against the Bat Rider, a hero that can, in and of themselves,
5
deal with that
seconds
napalm.
remaining.
And PA is definitely not that hero. They can try to match the Legion Commander up against Bat Rider. That'll force them into an offensive tri-lane, which I think Danish Dynamite, if they pick up any sort of semi-defensive support hero, they should be able to handle. Lich is actually still in the pool, and that can just immediately cut the DK offensive tri-lane in half. By virtue of the fact that they're all going to be splitting experience, and without range creeps, that's not that much experience. So it'll be like, assuming Danish Dynamite throw all their heroes into the expected lanes,
Team pick.
for the Legion Commander, she's going to go safe lane versus Bat Rider, then offensive tri-lane for DK. That's like the theory. For Danish Dynamite there, Alchemist pick is going to slow this draft down a lot.
Dire team
That sounds like a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It just means the pace of game is slower. Ooh, and another Shadow Demon. We get 2 Shadow Demons today. Sweet. Not really setting up for anything spectacular. No huge illusion combo. It's okay with the Alchemist. It's only okay with the Monkey King. Shadow Demon is... Wow, I haven't seen Shadow Demon in weeks, man. Maybe I'm just watching the wrong games, but this hero now picked up is going to be an all-star up against the Legion Commander duel, that's for sure. Really nice hero to have up against the Phantom Assassin, not because the illusions are overwhelmingly powerful or anything like that, but because taking her out of the fight can be really, really nice, and just the defensive power now of a Chen and a Shadow Demon means that for DK, they have to choose their targets very carefully. They can't afford to mess around focusing different heroes, because those heroes are just going to be saved. These are really difficult heroes to kill off as well. Monkey King can get very difficult to kill off depending on what build he wants to go for, depending on if he is going to have his ultimate come out. This set is sick, by the way. Holy crap. And of course the Alchemist has insane regen sometimes. He's not going to have insane regen all the time in this game. The Ancient Apparition last pick for Team DK is usually just that hard counter to the Alchemist that you're looking for. This is a N0tail Alchemist. He is, let's just say, practiced at this hero. He's played it a few times before in the past, just a couple. He also has some pretty sick looking cosmetics. These cosmetics in this game are actually pretty nasty. But AA with the silencer. No, that's actually a mid silencer. Own Me is going to take that into the mid lane once again. It's a Sand King 4 position with AA. It's a really clunky combo. It is not really that reliable, but it is really powerful if you can land a Burrow Strike. I expect N0tail to get boots first. If you do land a Burrow Strike, you'll be able to put so much damage into the opposition. Since not only those two heroes together will do a lot of damage, but you're looking at a Silencer, a PA, both who can immediately jump into action and help out. Legion Commander also not too terrible at that either, so this should be a really, really nice game, as it's going to be the aggressive power of Denmark running into the Danish Dynamite side, DD. We'll see if the defensive stall power of DD is going to be enough to overcome the offensive power here of Denmark. Quick sweep of who's playing what before they clash. N0tail does have boots first on the Sand King, Hax is on the Phantom Assassin, Master Risk, Ancient Apparition, Joe, Legion Commander, and Owned Me mid lane. Silencer, they will not run into N0tail, but they will see him. N0tail's smoke is just going to fade away. That was not a smoke break. Got Biver on the Chen. Solon is on the Shadow Demon. Who is this? Yeah, that is Baby Knight's Monkey King. N0tail is playing the Alchemist. Yes, that N0tail, guys. And WESG is on the Bat Rider. It's like the smokes are just going to pass one another, and they're still going to get a 2-2 Bounty Rune split. And that's going to be quite nice for N0tail, being able to snag this one, and then end up right back in the lane afterwards. Baby, that's some money right there. Denmark, PA get close enough here to grab it? Okay, no, he can't, because if she goes in, she will just straight die. Okay, money, 126, 377. With another Bounty Rune saved up, this is the ideal start here for an Alchemist. Let's take a look at these lanes. Joe is going to go up against the Monkey King. That is not what they want to see. He is going to grab the creep wave, and you can deal with that. Doesn't have a stout shield or anything like that, but Baby Knight does. He'll be able to last hit under the tower pretty decently. They really want to see the Bat Rider in that lane, but let's QQ going up towards top. We'll be going up against this full tri-lane, and that is a deadly one. Again, boots first. Ooh. Drivers, right. If he gets hit with a Burrow Strike, he might just be instantly dead. Again, that Chilling Touch, so much damage. When you have a Burrow Strike and a Phantom Assassin slow, it gets really convincing really quickly. But the backup is going to be here. Biver and Solon, they have played on teams before in the past. I think it was... Were they on London Conspiracy together? I think they were. At least London Conspiracy together. They have had a very, very large past, these two players. But even if they didn't, Shadow Demon setting up for a clap doesn't sound incredible, but we'll see how good it actually is, because this clap does a lot of damage. Oh, it's not going to happen, though, because of the Burrow Strike. Master Risk, though, still taking a lot of damage here. Clap, clap, boom. Okay, it doesn't do any damage if it misses. Well, you know, we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Hellbear is maybe going to take it. Oh, Micro. Bro, come on. He's going to just grab another creep. Okay, another Hellbear, in fact, so that was not what they were really planning on. But you know what? They can go in for round 2, send the Hellbears back in, and apply that really aggressive pressure, try to keep the PA off the wave. She's going to get her poor man's shield, and I expect an Aquila in the near future as well. But here we go. Here's the combo. And the clap. Oh my god, look at that damage from that Hellbear. Burrow Strike looking for it. Only catches onto the Shadow Demon. That lets Q chase forward. This is going to be first blood for sure. AA. One more Napalm to give him the vision. One more Fireball. No. No, no. Run away, Master Risk. Why is he still alive? Okay, there we go. They'll finally sneak in the last hits. Kill off the AA. And apply as much pressure as they can to the top lane. Take a quick sweep of the other lane before we take a look back down on that... Look up, rather, at that top lane. Legion Commander is having some issues, as you expect, up against the Monkey King. Monkey King almost universally dumpsters any 1v1 melee v melee matchup, and this should be no exception. Over towards the mid lane, it is quite a bit of pressure going towards the Alchemist. Own Me just got done playing the Silencer, so he's already warmed up here in N0tail. The way you manage lanes as Alchemist is typically very, very passive. He'll shove in the wave, and the Silencer doesn't really have any way of shoving this wave back. I mean, Curse is not exactly what I would call an AoE spell for creep waves. So N0tail should be able to constantly shove this one in, but as far as applying pressure to the Silencer, that's non-existent. It will have to come from the Chen, and Chen, of course, has his hands full this top lane. Of course, all the while, Silencer with that level 1 value point and Glaives of Wisdom will be able to last hit pretty reliably and get that free free aggro-less harassment on that mid lane. We do see the Radiant pulling ahead just slightly with their CS. PA having a lot more issues than I would have thought. I mean, yeah, it is going to have to worry about a Chen, and it's not a safe lane to be in, but Stifling Dagger, man. Stifling Dagger is an ability. Now it's level 2, and with the Batrider matchup, she will have infinite mana, so maybe because of that, she'll decide to skip the Ring of Aquila. But yeah, Magic Stick, Fueling, Stifling Dagger, it's really a tough spot to be in. Or an easy spot to be in, rather, for a Phantom Assassin. Noya is going to be spotted, netted down, Penitence, it's not that much damage. I really need another hero here to get some real damage done. Noya does have a Burrow Strike out, but the damage just with right-click, stacking up real high. Nowhere really close to a kill, and that's the downside of having a Shadow Demon with the Chen. You have almost an infinite amount of control and utility. But as far as actual damage is concerned, you need a Hellbear, you need a Shockwave Satyr, Satyr Hellcaller? What are those? Do we have any? Damn it. What are they called? All the hard camps. They're not there. Whatever. People are dying in the meantime. Solon and N0tail gonna team up for Own Me. Trying to race for that kill on the Shadow Demon. He is not gonna take that much damage here. The double damage rune will get the full surround. Kill off Own Me. There are Hellcallers, right? There's like Soul Stealers. Those are the blue guys with the mana burn. I don't know. This is just irrelevant stuff. Oh no, here we go. Tormentor. Damn it. What is a Hellcaller? Banisher. Is there even a Satyr Hellcaller? Am I just crazy? That actually just doesn't exist at all. Okay. Jeez. 1K MMR caster doesn't know the name of all the neutrals. It's the Shockwave Satyr. Jeez, guys, okay? Jeez. Still, a free kill on a Silencer. Never gonna say no to that. A close brush with death, perhaps, for Solon. Low level on the Shadow Demon, but in an offensive tri-lane with only 1 kill, what do you really expect? They will just apply as much pressure as they can to Hacks. Tornado does do quite a bit of damage. Boulder, as well as the bump back, does have a Phantom Strike out towards Master Risk. Not incredibly safe. There's a lot of fire everywhere. TP from Legion Commander will be cancelled. As over in the bottom lane, Baby Knight is going to get aggressed upon. If he gets Dingu stacks, he should be just fine. Joe has to fall back here, and Baby Knight, I don't think is actually killable here. He has 3 points in Boundless Strike. He's going to phase forward for Joe. He's going to miss the stick, though. Now he has to leave. He's in a lot of trouble now, because another Burst Strike is coming in. He'll jump to the trees and be on his way. Solon slowed down by the Ice Vortex. Noya closing in fast. Burst Strike is definitely going to land here. Solon is so screwed. This is going to be a +2 for the Silencer. Easy game, easy life. This is a lot of heroes going onto this bottom lane, though. So, again, I guess debatably space created, but still well worth it for Denmark. Legion still is getting absolutely thrashed here by Baby Knight. I'm pretty sure Baby Knight and Joe are on team as well. Like, all these Danish players, they are all always pretty much, it seems, on teams together. Like, there's a team called Danish Bears, and I wonder where those players come from, right? So probably all of these players have played together on a real team. Primal Spring, Solon needs the help for sure. Overwhelming odds will get the kill. Burst Strike will be dodged. Baby Knight does disengage away. A lot of heroes here. Baby Knight, with no mana for the Boundless Strike, cannot continue this fight. Another Burst Strike, not available. Not enough mana. Own Me, though, is coming in with a Haste Rune. They are kind of leaving Hacks up to dry on the top lane. The CS on the Batrider stacking up, and Hacks is having some difficulty managing CS of his own. Has to deal constantly with Vivor's creep harassment as the Tormentor. Will be picked up, of course, has that Mud Golem, had a Wild Wing Ripper there with the Tornado as well. Just a lot of shit for this Phantom Assassin to deal with. Tower not taking all that much damage just yet, but at a certain point they will just straight go for that tower with the Chen Creep Wave, send Creep Wave to Creep Wave into the tower to naturally throw it off. For Denmark, like, these lanes aren't going fantastically right now. That is a concern. Like, they don't really have to be smashing these lanes, but they have to have a slightly better lane experience we have right now. N0tail, did he just clear out some stacks? There was a stack here. I don't think there was a stack here. The Alchemist has had a lot of attention drawn away from him. A little bit of movement here from the Silencer, not usually what you would expect, but is going to leave this Alchemist in the jungle for free farm. Does have the Soul Ring already, does have quite a few stacks. Quite nice creeps to kill as well, lots of those tiny creeps. His Greed is only level 1. This build is interesting for N0tail. He is going to get a lot of CS still, and still Greevil's Greed level 1. It's a decent amount of gold. Like, you can see the only real change is 4 per level. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it stacks up super high really quickly when you're killing stacks. But he's going for a lot of unstable concoction, so he is going to be ready to fight really quickly. Opting not to go for an armlet, going straight Radiance. This is greedy, real greedy from N0tail. They're going to find in the top jungle, Hax is here with his creeps. They're not that helpful. They actually have no mana. Now Bibber in a little bit of trouble. Boulder Toss is going to slow down Hax just for a touch. Bibber dead to one more right click. They got him. The Burrow Strike with the Silencer's arrival should also kill off Les. And yeah, he's dead. Stick Charge will not help. That's 2 swings of Int there. And that is going to be, again, really, really costly here for the Dynamite side. Dynamite going to jump in towards Hester Joe. Jinku now active. Boundless Strike will land, do a lot of damage. I think he has enough here. Heal on Hester Joe won't cut it.
Appreciated.
This is Ice Frog's chosen right now. Not easy to solo kill a Legion Commander. Unless you're Monkey King. That Boundless Strike took out like half of her health pool. Fair and balanced gameplay right there. Okay, normally Alchemists are going to get 0 points of Unstable Concoction by this point in the game. He's gone for Power Treads into Radiance. Again, Armlet is usually going to be the first item. He's definitely playing this game a lot more cautiously than normal. Double Shockwave onto Hax, that's what we're talking about. And with the Napalm and the Firefly overhead, will fall. That's the damage that you need from the Chen. He's going to go for a Midas. Yeah, N0tail's really greening it out right now. Like, usually, you still want to get Greevil's Greed to hit max as fast as possible. This build is going to let him fight. And if he wants to play the game slowly, he still can. He will just be more fight ready. Should Denmark bring the aggro hit, it will certainly do that. Maybe Knight is dueled up. He will get still Jingu stacks in the duel, but that won't help him in time. Duel victory for Hester Joe. N0tail is here with an Invis rune. And this is really dangerous though, even though Hester Joe is seemingly here alone, throwing down the acid TP out. That is the safe play, that is the good play, that is the correct play. He will get himself out. He does have his relic gold. This is a weird build. Acid's maxed out pretty much no matter what. That gives you your lane control, that gives you your farming. But now going for more Greevil's Greed over the max Unstable Concoction. I mean, the scaling isn't really huge. It's not like level 4 Unstable Concoction is suddenly so much better than level 3, but it is weird to see. Oh, that is some skill right there. Alright, let's see how much N0tail is going to get. 4,100. By the way, I hope no one dies in the bottom lane. Don't die, baby. I'm looking at this. Even I just told you not to die. Don't get any kills either on Hester Joe. This is important. Picks up the relic. 38, that's 40. Yeah, that's easy 1,000 gold. Think of how much gold he didn't get because he didn't have maxed out Goon. River's gonna get caught here. Does have quite a nice Goon squad. Stomp from the Centaur is there, but the Ice Blast is gonna land, and the overwhelming odds will as well. Kablam goes Biver. And the Chen farming a little bit too aggressively in the enemy jungle will get punished. It's not like he can farm in his own jungle. N0tail is kind of taking all the space here. Got his relic up, and that'll help his clearing by quite a bit. Actually, all the Chen creeps will be taken down. That's unfortunate. Level 12. Does have the level 2 chemical rage. His Radiance is up. He doesn't really want to do any fighting with his builds, with his item build, but his skill build says he wants to do fighting. Now this is an interesting point in the game. You have the Radiance. You're not going to go for travels or anything like that right now. Do you get an armlet? Do you stay the course, or do you go for a Shadow Blade? Because all these points in Unstable Concoction can do a lot of damage when you have a Shadow Blade, if you decide to get it. He's going to smoke up right now. With the Radiance, he can do a lot of damage. He's going to turn off the Radiance. There's no one really here, though. Owned Me is in the area, kind of, but double nulls with the 4 staff. He is very difficult to kill off. He will have a Blink and a Firefly. Level 2 only, though. Suspicious looking lane. Biver is going to show himself. N0tail will show that he was here with the acid, and Owned Me is not going to get caught off by that. He may absorb this creep wave, though. They could still go for this despite not having a smoke. Top lane's being pushed in the meantime. Hack's getting some much-needed support here. He is now able to finally get some CS. Wonder if he's going to go for Madness.
Top tower is under attack.
Seeing a lot of different builds on PA. It's like Madness into like BKB is probably one of the more common ones. Mixing up a Battle Fury if you really need the AoE. Not to farm, to kill off illusions or whatever. Kill off that type of itemization. This is a really good game state for the Danish Dynamite side to be in. One where they do have ways of fighting. Unstable Concoction, Batrider, Blink Dagger. They are ready to go. But they also have just overwhelming farm power. Vivor's got the Hand of Midas, and he is going to be really accelerating quickly. Monkey King has been free farming the bottom lane. Of course, Alchemist is an above average farmer, let's say. I want to see what he's getting. Put something in the quick buy, N0tail. Show it to me. They're going to lose Vivor right now, but this is a Chen that they can't afford to give away. They're going to jump in, lasso the PA. Not really sure about that. He has a Phantom Strike to just get out of there. The Stomp comes in a little bit late. There's a big Boundless Strike, though, for Baby Knight. He's going to jump right in, but doesn't have much control here. Unstable Concoction does land onto Noya. To do the true set, will take the kill. Off to the south side, has to Joe. Probably the next target to focus. Let's try to go for the AA. Will grab her as well. Now here comes the Screaming Monkeys. Hesta Joe stuck in a pile of monkeys. Not as fun as it sounds. Will be hit with the Unstable Concoction. Again with the Radiant Spur, and will be taken down. Double kill for the Baby Knight. N0tail showing up big here as well. The Hand of Midas for the Chen, still keeping him in play. N0tail still cashing in pretty hard here. Showing off that Blink Dagger, which I think Denmark probably knew about by this stage. Definitely shouldn't have been a surprise for that PA, but it kind of seems like it was. Either way, Global Silence, not really an opportune time to use it there, as, you know, once the Boundless Strike hits onto that many heroes, once the Alchemist is in with the Radiance Burn, like, it's really hard to actually stop them. If he has Chemical Rage on, the Alchemist, I guess you could Global Silence him to cancel the throw of the Unstable Concoction, but it's really not many opportunities once the lasso is already used and your hero's already dead. Vivor is going to use all of his shockwaves. Won't connect onto anyone. In fact, bottom lane, they will look for the Monkey King. He still gets stunned, though he does get to jump out somehow. Solon is going to get silenced, so he can't imprison the Monkey King and save him. But Master Risk is going to get chopped down by the Alchemist. Global Silence is going to stun the Alchemist in the end. Have owned me stuck in a corner. He's going to fight to the bitter end, trying to snag the Shadow Demon, but can't quite get him. N0tail is going to somehow get the kill with Radiance, or Acid, or both, whatever, man. As long as the Alchemist is getting kills, he's happy. It looks like he'll progress onwards with a normal build. Skipped Armlet because of AA. Very smart. Ooh, chat is smart. Of course, that's... yeah. Freaking Rise in the chat. God damn it. Getting obvious shit pointed out to me by good players. Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Is that Manta Style complete? That is not Manta Style. That is Boots of Travel. He's going to get Boots of Travel and Power Treads. Alright, so he's just going... he doesn't know what he's going for. N0tail has no freaking clue. Because Travels, Blink Dagger, Lincoln Sphere, Manta Style, he still doesn't have no idea what he wants. But, I mean, it's an Alchemist with 12k net worth. His options are infinite. And, hey, look at that. Little tiny satyrs. That's the dream for the Alchemist right there. Top lane, BBK. Baby Knight spotted. Oh, and cut down immediately by Hesta Joe's Quelling Blade. 4-second stun with the dual Epicenter. That's a really dead Monkey King. Support is coming in. N0tail showing up with those fresh travels. Going to get right to work onto Noya. There is Radiance, there's True Sight, and there's the kill. Looking for another one. Master Risk is going to be chased down by Les QQ. There is actually no lasso here, but I don't think it really matters because he's just dead anyway. And even with that movement speed swing from the Ice Vortex, what percentage is that? It's level 2. 20% speed up and 20% slow down for the AA and Batrider, and still not enough to get out from that napalm. Troops are assembled up towards top. Legion Commander are going to drop an overwhelming odds and get the hell out of there. This tower is not long for this world. Pressure on the other lanes. There's a little bit over in mid as Hax is doing what he can. But PA going for straight Desolator doesn't really push all that well. N0tail is going to be pushing forward. There is an Ice Blast coming in. N0tail is going to get hit by that. His ultimate is up, but it's actually not going to do that much for attack speed-wise. Global Silence is out, and they will focus down the Bat Rider first thing. N0tail will slip away at barely any HP, but here comes Baby, and Hessa Joe is in the middle of nowhere. Where are his allies? Did they just leave Hessa Joe alone here? And a God will keep Bibber fighting, and that will end up killing Hessa Joe in the end with Soul and Shadow Poison pop. The rest of Team Denmark just abandoning their allies. Baby Knight with the Jingu stacked up. Really wants something to hit with his stick, but he can't quite find him. And it will be a 1-for-1 exchange, but still, this pressure has been alleviated off the other lanes. Hax has gone towards top. Mid lane, bottom lane, they're not really pushing huge in any particular direction, so it will be Danish Dynamite able to back up to their lanes, maintain the pressure, and again, have this luxury of being able to take the game slowly if they so desire. Monkey King still doesn't have his Echo Saber yet. Very surprised he actually didn't have it in that last fight. But it's up. It's all that matters. It's up now. And Shadow Blade coming up next. If he's able to break the Legion, or hell, any of these heroes from Denmark, break is actually really nice. But of course, early on, just the element of surprise. Shadow Blade with an Echo Saber hit. That's 2 stacks of Jingu. That's a shit ton of damage. You're not going to say no to that. The Silver Edge may or may not be his next item afterwards. Really high value item in this game. Surprised if it was his next item. The Chen, though, is starting to gear up. This is some pretty old school Chen play. Get all the 4 creeps, push down all the towers, why not? By old school Chen play, I mean, it's tried and true. It's not bad. It's not like, oh, outdated or anything like that. It is the classic way of playing Chen. N0tail, he has Sandstorm, but the AoE stun style of Unstable Concoction still lands. N0tail pushing forward very confidently. TP was cancelled there by someone. Got Les up in the air as well, looking for a target. He has a Blink and Force, but he doesn't have enough vision to find anyone. N0tail did go for the Lincoln Sphere. Pretty easy for Denmark to get rid of this sphere with just, you know, random trash spells, mostly like Silencer. You could very easily afford just Last Word in or Cold Feet to get rid of that. Also have some pretty nice ones. The Stifling Dagger, of course, is probably one of the better ones for the Lincoln Sphere to be taken out by. Still, it's going to get its value for sure. Got some high value blockage, the duel, the burst strike, and stuff like that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A little bit of extra stats for the Alchemist. We usually don't see Lincoln Sphere this early on. But again, he's getting like infinite gold. He can get whatever the hell they want. Whatever the hell they want. They want us to go. He's gonna get pulled right back in. Napalm will be purged off, but he's still gonna get hit with the Penitence right afterwards. He's gonna try to TP out with the boulder toss there to cancel. N0tail was just top lane. Uses travels to bounce in towards bottom, and maybe not already pushing this one in. This tower at least is gonna be forfeit. Pressure towards the other lanes. No one's pushing top. No one's pushing mid. Denmark really have to get into gear here because there's no chance they have actually fighting over this lane. So you gotta try to find something else in the other lane. It's not completely safe, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We'll find... Who is that? That's not tanking. That's the Silencer. Has a Hurricane Pike they actually already used. Will Global Silence. There's nothing that they have to get rid of Global Silence on these heroes just yet. So that'll keep the Silencer safe, but unfortunately for N0tail, he doesn't have a Global Silence himself, and he's going to get beaten down by the Jingu. It's going to be the Firefly to take it. Tower was brought down by N0tail in the meantime, and looks like he clearly wants this tower as well, but there's no creep wave for it. Calm down there, Alchemist. Or go for Roach. Do that as well. You have the Jingu stacked up. Yeah, it doesn't really last for very long, but all the creep waves pushing in towards the Dire. Global Silence being down, of course, is the big tell. N0tail is going to travel away, or at least think about doing it. Was that a fake out? Or was that indecision from N0tail? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Roshan is going to be revealed by that Ice Blast, but with no Global Silence, I'm not actually sure if Denmark can actually get anything done here, especially since their Ice Blast is also down. They need that to land on N0tail if they're going to get this Alchemist killed off at any reasonable rate. To Joe, overwhelming odds, that'll do pretty much nothing here. N0tail is absorbing all the damage that Roshan is dealing towards, and he's level 18, so his regen is off the charts. And looks like Joe will be able to see Les coming in. Boundless Strike to cover the Roshan. They will grab the double life. Bottom lane, a little bit of pressure being pushed back in towards Danish Dynamite. Desolator is up on Hacks. BKB next. PA is starting to do some damage. Enough damage to take out an Alchemist? Maybe if the Ice Blast lands. Actually, definitely if the Ice Blast lands. But as it stands right now, they absolutely need that AA to have clear line of sight. They also need the AA to like not get insta-killed by a Monkey King. Luckily for the AA, there's still no Shadow Blade on the MK. So it's still very possible for the AA to survive, but that's not going to be forever. Joe, ooh, Acid is very close to canceling that blink. Not quite there, though. They'll look. Oh, they're trying. Find nothing. And in the meantime, Hacks just shoving in this bottom lane. Walk in, slap the tower a couple times, get that Desolator. Corruption on it. Corruption? Desolate. Corruption. I was right the first time. Easy tower kill. And it's a tower for the Denmark side. Certainly, they would like a little bit better than that right now because they're facing up against a 14k deficit. Of course, that's kind of inflated because of Alchemist. But, I mean, just looking at the other heroes that have farm, that's a lot of cash on all these heroes. Not to mention the fact that Alchemist is actually very quickly approaching that 6-slot status. We'll just get to work on this tower. This is really where he's in the most trouble. When he's standing still, attacking another stationary structure, that's when Ice Blast is very easy to land. Right now, though, N0tail, Boundless Strike to cancel the Blink Dagger. Little Sandstorm has a Burrow Strike here as well. But the Orb of Venom was still canceling his Blink. Now the Lasso comes in as well. He is super dead. And the tower was destroyed in the meantime. N0tail Radiance off. Setting up a trap for Owned Me. Here comes the pitch. He will Force Staff out. Get himself all the way up to the high ground. Sorry for no neck. Sorry for no Boulder Toss. Oh well, you know what? They'll settle for an AA. I'm sure they're okay with that. There's no concoction being shaken up just yet. Bottom lane, Sand King will be taken down. Global Silence is up. N0tail, he may be stationary and he may end up getting hit with the Ice Blast, but it's still going to be his first life. N0tail is just going to pop a potion right to ON's face. Jump forward, Max Style. We'll get him some safety as the illusions are going to spread the Radiance burn. This chance is going to be really difficult for these Denmark heroes to deal with. Max PA does have BKB, so she can somewhat deal with that mischance. Dagger, of course, can't miss. I guess you can miss if you're a Patriot style. And Lincoln Sphere. It misses in a different way. They really want to just use this Aegis, kind of suicide N0tail into the tower and see what damage can get done. Working with these illusions, with Radiance, you may as well pop them up, and even with the barrier from the pipe, spread out. These illusions just got destroyed by that overwhelming odds. They're gonna grab the silencer. They can't purge it off either. They drag him too far away. Balance Strike is there, and he finally does get the kill out, but here comes the monkeys. Own Me is going to get owned indeed. Solon will maybe drop here to the Ice Blast. Hacks, though, in the Wukong's command, will jump out in time. N0tail's Epicenter was canceled by the Acid, or at least the Blink Dagger was. He's gonna Burrow Strike in, but that will do about nothing versus N0tail. With all the tools from the Dire already been used, there. Oh my god, that was a Jingu Mastery Boundless Strike from downtown. Baby Knight's gonna snag that kill. N0tail still with the double life. Is going to very confidently take down this tower. He uses the Aegis right now. Literally nobody cares. He is going to get silenced, so he can't throw the potion. And he's gonna maybe take some damage here. There's still a duel. They can't do it up against this many heroes. Danish Dynamite are gonna fall back and get away with said tower, with a win under their belts in the team fight. And that, of course, is going to lead to the shrines and just a lot more global map pressure Denmark really can't deal with right now. This PA did do a lot of damage. And with the global silence, they will take down the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon's level 13. We'll be able to play the distance game a lot easier in just a little bit once he picks up this Ether Lens. Maybe not a little bit, this guy doesn't really farm very fast, but eventually we'll have that Ether Lens so we can play very far back. We're looking at N0tail as well. Double boots, probably think about ditching those power treads soon enough. Going to go straight Butterfly, just stacking up that evasion. Man, an insane amount of physical survivability from this Alchemist. Again, a non-traditional way of playing this out. But just looking at the amount of farm that PA is getting, the amount of farm that Legion and Silencer are getting, like, the evasion is going to be really difficult to deal with. And now he has, like, infinite attack speed. Didn't dish the power chance, lost the Aegis from 3 points. You have all this attack speed. I'm not actually sure if Butterfly is better than AC. Like, the armor is gonna help the team a lot more. The Butterfly helps him a lot more. Either way, it's up now. Still gives him a crap ton of attack speed. 60 attack speed, something like that. 55 attack speed. So you can just get anything afterwards and just kill everybody. Attack speed is higher once you use chemicals.
I'll take your
I wonder what offensive item he wants to go for. I think for 200 pop with Radiance. He doesn't really need any more damage. What if he's gonna go for like an Abyssal? And he would kind of like a MKB of his own, I guess. Deal with that blur on the PA. Wonder if that's gonna get picked up. Nope, it's an Ags. Alright, well, Ags is pretty good on all these heroes. Probably going to be Chen, Bat Rider, Shadow Demon? I don't know, actually. Purge on... That's not Shadow Demon. Purge on charges. Actually really cool. Especially up against heroes like PA and Legion who really just don't want to get kited. Should be Chen first, for sure. Maybe it's Shadow Demon second. Definitely an underrated item. Mostly because you don't get enough gold as Shadow Demon to ever really pick it up, so you just don't see it all that often. But man, it's powerful. It's also powerful on the Bat Rider. It makes the lasso do a little bit of extra damage. But more importantly, it grabs 2 heroes. If there's a hero here and a hero here, and you grab this one, and you also grab this one, and you just put them together and drag them away. Maybe not the best decision up against the Legion Commander, who can just purge it all off, but yeah, he's going to be going for it, and by going to be going for it, I mean he pretty much has it. Dude's wealthy. Alchemist Illusion's going to start fanning out, cutting creep waves, applying that global scale pressure. No Aegis, going up the high ground is very risky. N0tail's yet to die in this game. He was able to push last time thanks to that Aegis, but of course he doesn't have it. He does have a send back from Biver, as well as a pipe. Did he jump in, grab the silencer one more time? This time it gets purged off. He needs double force staff if that's going to work out. N0tail is going to get caught. Needs a force staff out. Global silencer there with the epicenter and the ice blast. N0tail in a lot of trouble. Is hit with the duel and will be brought down. Noya, though, is going to get into the middle of the Wukong's command. Baby Knight will grab a kill there. But that is going to be a massive exchange for Denmark, as N0tail goes a little bit too far by himself. Ends up giving, oh my god, a 2,400 gold swing, 2,800 gold swing in favor of Team Denmark. That is what they have to avoid. That is why you push with the Aegis, and that's why impatience will be punished here. The Alchemist also, I think, had just enough gold to pick up the full Ags, but died, so of course now he doesn't. Once they lost that lasso, they should have spawned. Going for the fight afterwards, or even thinking about any sort of fight afterwards, is possible for them to win, for sure, but it's incredibly risky. Ideally, they would like to catch heroes kind of like this, even if they're all kind of clustered up. As long as Denmark are outside the base, Danish Dynamite should have the advantage with the Bat Rider, with the Alchemist. Of course, with this Shadow Blade, soon to be Silver Edge, Baby Knight. Break onto a PA makes her life very difficult. There's so much less damage, and don't get that blur. It's the big thing. We torn apart afterwards. Alchemist is back. Start shoving out these waves once again. Had enough gold for an Ags. Pretty much has one now. One more creep wave and he'll have it. Here it comes in the courier. Oh, he is actually going to be in not an incredibly safe spot. This is going to see a couple heroes. In fact, you'll see everyone. Dire side wandering around on top of the server. Tesla Joe is the target. He's the one who can keep others safe. He'll get dragged down to the low ground. Stunned up as well. Actually dodges him with the BKB, so now can have to turn around. Initiation not that good, but maybe I get a really nice ultimate down in the middle of everything. With the ultimate, yeah, with the Chen creeps as well. He'll be saved by the Hand of God as well as the disruption. They can't kill off the Monkey King. They can't kill off N0tail either. Just gonna go to work on a hack. Let's gonna jump forward. Past owns me. Kill off his silencer and probably die himself as BBK is on his tail. We'll get the double hit onto the Sand King. He's broken as well and will be taken down. That's a 4 kill. Monkey King ultimate, giving him at this point 14 additional armor. Had the backup from his allies in the save from the Chen, as well as that Shadow Demon disruption. And all that focus being given towards the Monkey King is focus that's not being given towards the Alchemist. That's the first Aghanim Scepter up and ready. That is exactly what Danish Dynamite we're looking for. They don't really want to initiate into the enemy base if they can avoid. Why do that when you can kill off Master Risk elsewhere? But we have duel up towards top. Not much duel damage on the Commander, but it's going to have a little more. Creep Wave hitting her as well. But they lost Master Risk over in the mid lane. The Alchemist teleporting in. Has an Axe to give. Probably this Chen. But more importantly, he has racks to get to the team. So he'll settle for that. It's going to be N0tail. It's going to keep it in your inventory. Like, I could give this to you, but I'm not going to. I wonder if you could use Ags on another person straight from the back. I actually don't think you can. Dude. Take like 5 seconds and give your allies an Ags. Like, just grab a Prowler. N0tail, why you gotta be like this, man? Okay, there you go. Like, he's had the Ags forever. Just give it to him. He's gonna get spotted. Bro Strike as well. He is the gem holder, and my god, with the crits, we very quickly dealt with. The Hand of God won't do it. Maybe Knight, though, gonna drop the circle of monkeys. BKBs are up. Force Staff out from the silencer. Doesn't quite get him out of the circle. Now has to do with N0tail. Epicenter is gonna come in, but it's gonna be stunned out, so he can't blink. He's gonna Epicenter nothing, just the trees. Force Staff out, though, still from Noya. We'll keep him safe. N0tail gonna try to teleport forward. The shortest TP of all time. It's like using a blink dagger. Doesn't matter. Still is able to chase in. Although the stuns will be purged off. N0tail. The balance strike does miss as well. I'll have to call it quits. He ended up giving the Ags to Shadow Demon first. Yeah, I mean, Chen Ags is fantastic, but I was talking about Shadow Demon Ags as well. Puts it on a 2-charge system. 3-charge system, sorry. That is incredibly potent. I'm not entirely sure if it's better than Chen Ags, but it is still well worth the money. That's for damn sure. Plus, he has another 4,000 anyway, so I'm like, no. Get Ags on both of them, why not? That can pick up a Blink Dagger to right now, Power Tread's most likely out for an Aegis. This is a second Roche as well, so they'll have the Cheese. And a God level 2, got the Lotus Orb on the Chen. Second Lotus Orb going out with the Bat Rider. All these Lotus Orbs, first and foremost, anti-global silencers. You could reflect really anything. It's quite nice. Ancient Apparition is a hero that can very easily get himself cold-feeted down. It's not like the biggest deal in the world, but it does add up if you reflect anything. Maybe the Bat Rider to grab the cheese. Everyone's smoked up behind this mid lane. There is Observer Sentry here. On the Denmark side, they will see this Observer Ward. Think they can see it. Buildings don't have a lot of vision. They only do see it. ONG is not being initiated upon, but actually will. They stun up the lead in the meantime, so they get all of their ultimates out there. Ripple focus down the silencer. He doesn't even have global silence, even if they didn't get focused. They'll take him down anyway. Break goes onto the lead command. Is going to try to TP out. The damage is way too high. Off in the back, they will find the Shadow Demon and try to take him down. The save's not going to be enough with the Hand of God, but still, his allies are doing the damage. So Shadow Demon, sacrifice so that the fight might go well. N0tail gonna chase everyone else back into their base. They cannot touch this Alchemist when he has the Echo Shell. Baby Knight gonna dodge daggers with the invisibility. N0tail is probably wasting his time, honestly. Could be killing off racks instead, but Baby Knight, fountain farming, jeez, that's a lot of damage. PA having gone for the MKB to get around this evasion. The correct item still, probably, but it doesn't give him any HP. So very susceptible to being burst down. And now the bottom lane is probably going to be taken. There's 20 seconds left with no silencer. Does now have his ultimate available to him if he was alive, but you know what? He's not. This is going to be a full set of racks here. Danish Dynamite are going to blow everything up. Some TNT. This rack is not dead just yet. Baby Knight needs to force step out. There we go. N0tail has Blink. He's going to shake the potion. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout right on top of Hacks. He's going to miss a couple of times. Boundless Strike comes in, does a lot of damage, and Alchemist will take a little bit of damage as well. But at this point, he's just going to turn around and just fight to the bitter end. His end isn't even coming. He's not even being focused down. Baby Knight as well is a substantial threat right now. Own me. Hurricane himself back into the fountain. They're all corralled right back in. Baby Knight is going to use Wukong command in the fountain. Kill off the AA. They're not sure if they should be in the fountain or not. Someone, what are you doing, bro? Why are you there? That's not a good decision. He'll jump out of it, Baby Knight, but just now look at the fountain farm. Just a little bit for the road. Double kill for the Monkey King. Pops the BKB. Looking for a couple more. Rushing down Hacks. Is going to get a triple with the Jingu. Maybe looking for a fourth. Oh, he's going to lose his Aegis, though. N0tail, meantime, was killing off building. GG is called. Danish Dynamite blowing up Team Denmark.